Hey, thanks for stopping by today. I have a wonderful video to share with you today of a walk in the park. It's not mostly the walk, it's the surprising thing that happened. We all know that being out in nature is a healthy thing, whether we do it enough or not. It's good for us. Lowers your heart rate, lowers your cortisol level, which is that pesky stress hormone that makes you all tight. It lowers your blood pressure, and it's just a generally good thing to be outside in fresh air. It makes us all feel good. Unless, of course, you're going for a brisk 5-mile run. Then it doesn't necessarily make you feel good. Anyway, it'll lower your heart rate unless you're going for that brisk run. But you could do something that our son used to do with his friends. They used to go hammocking. They each had a hammock. They would go to a park, find a couple trees or a couple posts where they could tie their hammocks, and they would lie in their hammocks and talk. And I thought it was wonderful for them to do that because our kids these days are so connected through their phones. And this allowed them to be in space with each other, to hear each other's voices, to see their emotions, to get the gist of a conversation by being in the same space with someone. That doesn't necessarily have to occur out in nature, but it did for him, and that was a wonderful thing. Besides being healthful, being outside for your heart rate, your cortisol level, your blood pressure, feeling the wind and the sunshine or the rain, depending on what is happening, it also is lovely to be surprised by nature. Be it a butterfly, a coyote crossing the road, a snake. Let me tell you this funny story. My sister is deathly afraid of snakes, and we have a lot of bull snakes in our area because we have open space behind our house. And I love bull snakes because they keep the rattlers and the rodents in check. And so I would rather have a bull snake in my backyard than mice in my basement. Anyway, I was visiting my sister one day, and as I was leaving, a bull snake was slithering across her front porch. And this was a big one. It was probably a good 5 to 6 feet. She freaked out and said, "Oh my God, you got to get off my property." And I said, "It's going back to the open space. It's leaving your property." The problem was that she has window wells along the house, and she didn't want it to get into one of the window wells and then perhaps not be able to get out or get into the house. So we went and got a neighbor, and this neighbor and I, me dressed in a dress, uh, grabbed the bull snake. I grabbed it by the tail, and he held a broom to its head so it couldn't strike me. And we dragged it all the way back out to the open space and let it go. So I do find snakes a positive experience. And this red-tailed hawk that you saw the picture of at the beginning of the video is another thing that I found a very positive experience. In fact, doing some research to find out if it was probably a male or a female, I came across a site that said that there are some people who believe if you see a red-tailed hawk, it is a sign for you to take flight and spread your wings. So I'm going to use it as a good omen for my new year, that I should be taking flight and spreading my wings with new things. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed seeing the red-tailed hawk. All of a sudden, we noticed this red-tailed hawk sitting on the edge of the bridge. We were walking by and filming, hoping that she wouldn't fly away. I apologize for the shake of the camera. I don't have a gimbal. I hadn't planned on doing any filming that day, especially not to post on YouTube. But this experience was quite unique. I wonder if she'll fly away when the cars pass by. That was the first. And there was the second. And she didn't move. At this point, I thought perhaps I could cross the street and get a closer view of perhaps her side and not just her back. I still didn't want to scare her off, though. Sorry about the shake once again. I started crossing the street, and you can see her wonderful solo on the skyline, which I think is just fabulous. At this point, there was another woman on the other side of the bridge, and she and I were whispering about how majestic this bird was to see so close. I got up on the sidewalk so I could get out of the way of any cars coming and tried to get a good view of her. Not the lady, but the bird. And then the lady and I started wondering if she was injured and if we needed to do something. I didn't want to get any closer as I didn't want to threaten her. But I thought I'd stay and watch for just a bit longer. And then, all of a sudden, she took off. Wasn't that a fabulous experience? I wish you could have been here with me. It was so terrific to be able to see the hawk up close and see her take off in flight. I know that she was able to find her breakfast that morning. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day.